The first is that HIMARS has been a nightmare for the Russian army. Now Ukraine is using another high-tech weapon to prevent Russia from gaining air superiority. Ukraine is using US-supplied weapons to blow up Russian radar systems, allowing fighter jets to operate in the skies over their country, a military analyst has said. With NATO refusing to impose a no-fly zone over Ukraine following Vladimir Putin's invasion on February 24, there were initially concerns that his forces would be able to control the skies. However, 7 months later this has not happened, thanks in part to Ukraine's use of AGM-88 high-speed anti-radiation missiles, HARMS. Nick Brown, the director of Defense Insight at Janes, told, "HARMS' entire purpose is to find and kill radars. It accelerates to well over 2,000 miles per hour, carrying a hefty 68-kilogram fragmentation warhead designed to shred antennas and control buildings with nearly 13,000 superheated tungsten filaments." He added, Ukraine's introduction of an anti-radiation capability in theater has compelled the Russian forces to change their radar deployment plans and enact more complicated usage patterns, switching radars off and moving them around, degrading their situational awareness at a strategic level and affording Ukrainian air assets a greater freedom of movement. Mr. Brown stressed, "HARM is not perfect. Experience from earlier conflicts shows that radar antennas can be replaced fairly swiftly, for example. But for a tactical fighter pilot, being able to take a threatening radar off the air for a few hours is a significant tactical effect." A video released on August 30 showed a Ukrainian MiG-29, Fulcrum, firing a HARMS missile for the first time. The clip, which was released by the Ukraine government as part of a wider package showing ongoing Ukrainian Air Force operations against Russian ground forces, came 3 weeks after the United States confirmed it had delivered anti-radiation missiles to Kyiv. The reports came after followed the release of imagery from Russian sources purporting to be parts from either a HARM or AGM-880 Advanced Anti-Radiation Guided Missile, AARGM, which had been fired at its positions. The use of the HARMS missile in turn prompted speculation that Ukraine has been in receipt of the types of Western combat aircraft which are known to carry it, for example, the Lockheed Martin F-16 Fighting Falcon. Speculation was reinforced by a Ukrainian Ministry of Defense, MOD, tweet showing an artist's rendering of F-16s in national livery and markings to coincide with Ukrainian Air Force Day on August 7, with the comment, "Ukrainian Fighting Falcons strike back." The US government said the anti-radiation missile, the type of which it did not specify, had been modified to be fired from aircraft in service with the Ukrainian Air Force, a fact confirmed by the video. US President Joe Biden on Wednesday promised a new £560 million, $625 million, security assistance package to Ukraine on Tuesday, prompting a warning from Moscow that such a move risked a direct military clash between Russia and the West. The US package would include high-mobility artillery rocket system, HIMARS, launchers used in Ukraine's successful counter-offensive which has recently forced Russian troops into retreat. In a telephone call with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and Vice President Kamala Harris, Biden underscored that Washington would never recognize Russia's annexation of Ukrainian territory, the White House said in a statement.